Mitch Evans is not letting anyone else at the minute have a purple sector, Tom. Every time he goes through a sector, it's purple. He was purple pretty much everywhere on the last lap, and as he's gone purple in the first 2 sectors, as he comes across the finish line, let's see if he can dip into the 1:13s. Yes, he does, a 1:13.2, so a comfortable margin at the minute.
He's on, he was the first one to finish a flying lap, and so it will definitely come down as Da Costa, but they're still a second off. It looks like they've got their setup pretty right, and also Evans is definitely driving. Here, as they come out of that final corner, as Roland finishes a lap, puts himself up into P2, still 1 second off though. Then they're crossing the painted lines, which is the start-finish. That's what's actually giving them the kick of oversteer, not necessarily any puddles.
It's interesting this as well, because of course no dual stages of qualifying due to the time constraints that we've got here at Berlin. So drivers now staying out for the majority of this session. What you traditionally see in a dry session is drivers going out, doing one run, coming back in, changing the tyres, then going back out again. But that's completely turned on its head. So Tictum just slots himself up into 4th quickest. Ignore the duels part of that barrier on the left-hand side on the graphic, because it is going to be this session and this session only for Group A, and then the same for Group B in a few moments' time. Fastest time from the groups will determine the grid order this afternoon for the E-Prix.
It does also feel like, Tom, it's going to be whoever crosses the line with the least amount of time to go. That's going to be really critical for the session, because we are seeing consistent improvements as Mitch Evans is about half a second roughly up through the first couple of sectors on his previous best, which is nearly a second faster than Jake Dennis in second.
Yeah, I think everybody's fighting for second here, if I'm very honest with you.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
I don't think anyone's got any sort of 3 minutes to go, sort of 3 laps.
He's just gone 9/10 quicker than Jake Dennis last time around to build that gap up to 1.9 seconds almost over the Season 9 World Champion. This is brilliant from Evans. So drivers on some improvements. Evans again has gone purple in Sector 2. I mean, he's absolutely blitzed this Group A qualifying session. He'll come across the line and improves further still. Another 2/10 he takes out of Oliver Rowland. Oh, this is not good for Da Costa though. He's got a bit of traffic here, courtesy of Max Günther in front, and is backed off on this final flyer as well.
Yeah, we still have got some improvements from Jake Dennis and Sete Kamara in the first sector of the lap.
So Rowland on a personal best in Sector 2. I don't think it's going to be anything to upset the quickest time set in this session, but it might cement second place, especially as Günther's just gone up into P2 there as well. Out of the final corner we go here for Oliver Rowland. Will it be 3rd quickest, or can he get the better of Günther? He can, yeah, does it by 3/10 of a second. Lovely job there. Well, let's get confirmation of the results then. So Evans fastest by a second over Oliver Rowland in Group A. Günther in 3rd, Da Costa in 4th, Tictum 5th. Just a reminder, no dual stages for the qualifying session for round 13 here today.
Verline here, 3rd quickest. He's been quicker than before on the middle sector, but not quick in the first sector. And this maybe pushes him up. I don't think it'll be up challenging for Robin Frijns' position.
Drugovic has just gone up to 5th fastest as well. That's really impressive from Felipe Drugovic. Verline goes up into P2 then, just opposes Stoffel van Dorn. Frijns, though, on an absolute flyer. Sector 1, personal best. Sector 2, fastest overall. Is this going to be another improvement for the Dutchman? As he comes to the timing line, it is a 1:11.670. So pulls out nearly 4/10 over Pascal Verline.
Yeah, but still left some time in the table in the final sector there. There's more available.
I have a handbrake, dude. I hit the brake and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden all the lights come on and I have a handbrake.
So technical problems possibly here for Nick Cassidy. That's not what he wants. Maybe that's why we've not seen the pace in the second Jaguar compared to his teammates in Group A. Drugovic, though, on an absolute flyer. Personal best in Sector 1, personal best in Sector 2. Can he improve and bump himself up the order as he comes to set the checkered flag? Loses time in the 3rd sector. 2 minutes to go here in Group B. And let's see what these drivers can do in terms of improving lap time. See what he does as he comes to the timeline then. Pascal Verline, is he going to better Robin Frijns? He is by 0.04 of a second, right in the closing stages of the session. That'll be enough for the front row of the grid for Verline, but more personal best times coming in, and even faster still here from Robin Frijns as he comes to take the line. He'll get one more bite at the cherry, and he does go to the top by over 0.4 of a second from Robin Frijns. That's still a 1/10 of a second shy of the time we saw in Group A for Mitch Evans. Barnard stays 5th fastest at the moment, but now the timer is counting down. Now we've got the final flying laps coming in. Hughes fastest in Sector 2. Can he improve? He does. Goes up to P2 for Maserati. Cassidy improving in first sector, second sector, nothing really to write home about, but Verline's looking pretty good. Fastest in the first sector, personal best in sector 2. Let's keep an eye out and see what it looks like for him as he comes across the timing line. Can he get the better of them? No, loses time in the final sector. He was right up behind Nick Cassidy, and maybe that cost him the opportunity. What about Jean-Eric Verne here for DS Penske? Fourth fastest for him. Nothing really to write home about in the second sector. He's lost a bit of time as he takes the checkered flag and stays fourth fastest. No improvements at the end of that session unless Taylor Barnard can have a worldie, but I don't think he's going to. No, across the line, and he'll stay fifth quickest. So, Frijns, a 1:11.1 was not enough to get the better of Mitch Evans, which means that the Jaguar driver will be starting on pole position for the first time since London last year. Well, let's have a look then and get confirmation of the Group B classification then. So Robin Frijns starts on pole, starts second on the grid on the front row for the Envision team as he sets the fastest lap time in Group B ahead of Jake Hughes. Verline in third, Verne in fourth, Barnard, Van Dorn, Drugovic and Degrassi, Cassidy down there in ninth place ahead of Beckman and Buemi. So that's how it all works out. The upshot is it'll be Mitch Evans who takes his first points of 2025 and also takes his first pole position in nearly 12 months.